Item number 52, case number 30159, premises known as 2548 South 29th Street. A request to appeal an order from the Department of Neighborhood Services stating that there is an illegal sign on the premises. This matter was adjourned from the February 11, 2010 public hearing after limited testimony was taken. This matter was subsequently adjourned to administrative review where no oral testimony will be taken at this time.
Thank you. Board members, do you have any discussion on this item?
Madam Chair, I again looked at the overall file and read the zoning ordinance specific to the signs, and I believe that the sign ordinance as written is clear with respect to this particular case. I don't find anything in the information provided to not uphold the order as issued by the department. I believe the signs that have been placed do conform in many respects to what the sign ordinance asks or defines as being a sign, and that is that in this case the signs are making an announcement, a demonstration, and are putting that in tandem with the fact that the construction as determined by the city is in fact a permanent construction. I find all the evidence based on that this is in fact a sign that is then not allowed in this particular district. I think we also heard evidence from the adjacent neighborhoods that continuation of the signs in place are becoming a negative impact to the neighborhood in general.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with Henry on this as well. Also, the code is very clear on the issue of the size of the sign. It's very clear that it's allowable, or it exceeds the 12 square or 6 square foot sign regulation on it. So I also believe that this is very clear, and I would support to uphold the order.
I cannot support it because of the protection of the property, because of the neighbor complaining. I think it becomes a nuisance of the neighborhood. Therefore, I cannot support the appeal.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to say that I think that the materials that were submitted by the petitioner, the applicant in this matter, I compliment them on the material, on the argument that was presented to us about First Amendment rights. And I believe that the other board members are correct in that this sign or depiction does meet the definition of sign that is in the ordinance. I believe it is a structure that is announcing and declaring it is an announcement or a declaration as required, and I think it's either a promotion or an identification, because it identifies either that the person there has certain views or promotes those views. And I think the testimony actually was that there was an intent to promote views and discussion and the views. And I also believe that then as such, given its size, it wouldn't fall within the exceptions for signs located in property associated with dwellings. And it exceeds the size allowed. I do believe there are some First Amendment issues that arise with this, because the case law, as was pointed out in the materials provided by the applicant, does indicate that the Supreme Court has recognized that a person's home is one's castle, and any homeowner could certainly expect to have the right to engage in certain types of free expression on their own property, and that there's something sacred about your own property. And we've all seen various signs on property that proclaim or indicate the beliefs of the people in that home, whether it is the Ten Commandments or a peace sign or something like that. And for that reason, I have come to the conclusion that I believe those First Amendment rights in this case would prevail over the ordinance. And so I would vote to grant the appeal. But we need a motion now, since I appear to be in the minority on this. To the contrary, I guess I would ask.
Madam Chair, I'll make a motion here then. Having found that the criteria to not uphold the order have not been met, I will make motion to uphold the order, noting that there are illegal signs on the premises based on the ordinances.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Aye. So the motion carries 3-1, and unfortunately, they just need a 3, or fortunately, or not, as a matter of fact, I should say, not put a value on it, judgment. You need 3 votes to carry a motion here. So the motion is to deny the appeal of the order from the Department of Neighborhood Services. Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to order a copy of your decision so we can appeal it. Can I do that? I don't want to interrupt anything.
You'll get a copy of the decision.
You'll get a copy of the decision, and you can contact our office, and we can put you in touch with the court reporter. All right?
And what is your name, please?
Robert Brown,
B-R-O-W-N?
B-R-A-U-N. And I'd like to say we'd like in 30 days, I think we have to appeal this, right?
Yeah, I can't give you
That's okay.
legal advice about that, but, okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Next item.